cane snapped from his grip. With a cruel jerk, 4 young men laughed, holding it high like a trophy. The old black man stumbled, but didn't fall. He straightened slowly, his eyes steady, his posture shifting in a way that erased every assumption they had made. It was a summer afternoon, in the city park. Families picnicked on the grass, kids darted between swings, and an old man named Marcus Reed walked his familiar route along the gravel path. His cane clicked against the stones, each step measured but confident. At 76, Marcus carried himself with quiet dignity, though most people only saw the limp, the weathered skin, the stoop of age. To the group of thugs lounging near the benches, he looked like easy prey. "Hey, old man," one sneered. "Where you headed so slow? You need that stick just to stand up." Marcus didn't answer. He'd learned long ago that silence carried more weight than anger, but as he passed, one of them darted forward, yanking the cane from his hand with a laugh. "Look at this," the thug shouted, twirling it. "He's helpless now." The others laughed, jeering, mocking his stagger. Marcus swayed, regaining his balance, then slowly lifted his head, his eyes locked on the ringleader, calm and sharp as glass. He didn't look like prey anymore. He looked like someone measuring a threat. A woman gasped nearby. Parents pulled their children closer. Phones rose, recording. The thugs were still laughing, too loud, too sure. Marcus took a step forward without the cane. His back straightened, his shoulders squared. The years seemed to peel away. The ringleader's grin faltered, because in that moment, the man they thought they'd humiliated wasn't frail. He was formidable, and he was about to remind them that true strength doesn't need a cane. The laughter echoed, but uneasily now. One thug tossed the cane between his hands, pretending to spar. "What you gonna do without this, Grandpa?" Marcus didn't flinch. He took another step forward, steady, measured. "Son," he said, voice low, gravelly, but steady. "That cane isn't what holds me up." The boys jeered again, but their eyes darted, sensing something shifting. Marcus's posture wasn't bent anymore. He stood tall, chest out, stance balanced like a man who knew how to plant his feet. "I've been standing without help longer than you've been breathing," he said. The ringleader sneered, masking his nerves. Big talk for someone who can barely walk. He swung the cane toward Marcus's legs, like a joke. In an instant, Marcus moved. His hand shot up, snatched the cane mid-swing, and twisted. The thug yelped as his wrist was locked, the cane snapping free as Marcus spun it in one smooth motion. The crowd gasped. That wasn't the clumsy grasp of an old man reclaiming his stick. That was trained disarmament, military precision. The thug stumbled back, clutching his wrist. Marcus stood tall, cane now upright in his grip. Not leaned upon, but wielded. "You think age makes a man weak?" Marcus asked, his voice carrying over the stunned silence. "You think mocking someone's struggle makes you strong? Let me tell you something." He raised the cane high, slamming its tip into the ground with a crack. "This limp is from shrapnel. My scars are from firefights. And this cane, it's not a crutch. It's a reminder. A reminder that I've survived battles that would break you before you could even understand what war is." The boys' laughter was gone now. In its place was fear and shame. The ringleader tried to recover, sneering. "Man, you're bluffing." Marcus's eyes narrowed. "You ever heard of Delta Force?" he asked quietly. Whispers rippled through the crowd. A veteran recording on his phone muttered, "No way. Not him." Marcus unbuttoned his jacket slowly, revealing a medal pinned to his chest pocket. Bronze star with valor. A patch sewn inside his lining, faded, but unmistakable. The insignia of a legendary unit. The crowd erupted, gasps, murmurs, phones zooming in. The thugs froze, realization dawning too late. "You boys think courage is about numbers," Marcus said, voice steady. 4 against 1, mocking an old man. "Real courage is standing when you're outnumbered, outgunned and out of time, and still refusing to back down. That's what I did overseas. That's what I did for this country, and that's what I'll do right here if I have to." The ringleader swallowed hard, face pale. He looked at his friends, but none stepped forward now. They shrank back ashamed under the weight of the truth. Marcus handed the cane back to the nearest boy, not as surrender, but as challenge. The boy took it with trembling hands, then dropped it like it burned. The crowd applauded, some saluting. A police officer who had arrived after the commotion stepped forward, nodding respectfully. "Mr. Reed," he said, "would you like to press charges?" Marcus shook his head. "No, they learned their lesson, for now," but his eyes lingered on the thugs, sharp and unwavering. The message was clear: cross him again, and they'd find out exactly what a legend looked like in motion. The thugs slunk away, avoiding eye contact, jeers now replaced with silence. The crowd gathered around Marcus, some shaking his hand, others simply thanking him. A veteran stepped forward, tears in his eyes. "I knew your name sounded familiar," he said. "Marcus Reed. Afghanistan. They called you the Ghost." Marcus gave a small smile. "That was a long time ago, but not forgotten," the man replied. From that day, the park shifted. People didn't just see Marcus as the old man with the cane anymore. They saw him as who he was: a survivor, a soldier, a hero who had given more than most could imagine. Children who once avoided him now asked for stories. Parents nodded with respect when he passed. The thugs never came back. Word spread fast, not just about what happened, but about who Marcus Reed really was, and no one wanted to be the next fool to test him. At night, Marcus sat on his porch, cane resting against his chair. He ran his hand over the smooth wood, remembering the day it was issued at the VA hospital, the day he swore he'd never let it define him. He thought of the boys, so quick to laugh, so slow to understand. He didn't hate them. He pitied them. They had no idea what sacrifice looked like, no idea what it meant to give everything for people who might never thank you. But maybe now they'd think twice before mocking someone they didn't understand. Marcus looked out at the streetlights flickering in the distance. The world he had fought to protect. He wasn't invincible anymore. Time had taken that, but dignity, courage and strength, those had only grown stronger. And as he tapped the cane once on the porch, he whispered to himself, "They thought I needed this to stand. Truth is, I've been standing all my life."